Oh, my beautiful Aquarius, how are you doing, darling? My name is Simply Velka, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Aquarius, for the weekdays August 9th to the 15th. So if you find any cards that resonate with you in this weekly horoscope, be sure to let me know in the comments below which tarot cards resonate with you and how, because that is how I keep up with you, Aquarius, is through the comments. Also, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, Aquarius, I really appreciate if you were to give this video a like and subscribe because it does help me out a lot. And I always appreciate it when you guys do that extra step to support me in that way, Aquarius. But remember, honey, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the tarot cards that resonate, leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I believe tarot cards are just here to give you some food for thought, Aquarius, perspective for you to be considering, but never making the choices in your life because it's your life to live, honey, not mine and not these tarot cards. All that being said, let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading, Aquarius. With the card already coming out, rather. Nine of Swords for you, Aquarius. All the air signs started out with their heavy reading, Aquarius. Gemini went with a Ten of Swords. I forget what Libra it went with. Nine of Swords, though. This is a card of anxiety. Something's been kind of looming over your head, Aquarius. It feels as if like you don't really have a good feeling about a situation. You don't have a good feeling about a situation. Something just isn't sitting right with you, Aquarius. There's something that you guys are, it does feel like you're like waiting for the results of something, Aquarius, or something's just looming until like more details, more information reveals itself in this situation for you. Yeah, it does just feel like you're waiting for an answer on something, or you're just waiting for further clarity. But until you get to this point, it feels like it's taking a pretty heavy toll on you, Aquarius. It feels like it's really adding, like, it just like feels a lot of depression for you, right? It's something that I just feel. Like there's just something that just is. So let's get into this. Let's get some clarifiers. We have here the Sun card coming in here with the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, as well as the Magician card stepping forward for you. So this is Aquarius, for some of you guys have been working on a project, or like you guys have put out something, or it's almost as if you're working on something, or you just put it out and you're kind of hoping, waiting for like the results to come in, waiting to see. It's just being like, oh, well, is this going to be the moment that things start working out in your favor, right? Magician card, this shows to me very much so hands-on energy for you, Aquarius. This could be a situation where you sent a risky text, honey, to somebody, or you communicated with somebody, shot your shot, put an application in somewhere, right? And you're just waiting to hear back the results from it. It does feel like you are in the state of vulnerability in the situation, and I don't see like a ball being in your court, Aquarius. It does kind of feel like it's out of your hands at this point, even though the Magician card comes in as very much so in control. But I am getting a good message here, though, with the Sun card. I mean, you can't neglect this energy. All these are very positive cards, Aquarius. But it does feel as if, like, while the project you feel so passionately about it, while you really care about the situation a lot, because the answer is not here quite yet, you're really stressing on it, really hoping for it to work out. So while I already feel like it is going to work out, Aquarius, let's just do a couple cards and see how this pans out for you. But it does definitely feel like you're waiting for the answer on something. And until you get some type of answer, until you get some type of closure, Aquarius, it feels as if you don't want to, like you can't even move on from this, or you can't transition from this. So let's see here. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming in here. Yeah, Aquarius, this is definitely, I don't even feel like I need to pull another card. I was going to pull one and I was like, no, like Wheel of Fortune, you're getting nothing but very positive, a lot of major arcana cards, Aquarius. This is your sign. Like, believe it, honey. Don't tell me to pull like 5 more, Aquarius, just so it can like feed into your skepticism and be like, oh, well, are you sure, Velka? Because I know like it's not going to mean nothing to you right now, Aquarius. Well, it is going to mean something, but for a lot of you guys are really deep rooted into this anxiety, and I can at the very least just acknowledge, Aquarius, that it's just like a man reading some tarot cards to you right here, just being like, oh yeah, looking at some cardboard, being like, oh yeah, girl, this is gonna work out, right? It's very different when the emotions are involved and you're the one actually waiting for the answer that could quite literally change your life, right? Depending on what the dynamic is. But while you may not be hearing anything back right now, you may feel as if Aquarius, you're just stuck in limbo currently. Wheel of Fortune, the gears are turning in your favor. Like the gears are turning, and you don't have to be stressing about anything. It's definitely going to be working out in your favor. So yeah, Aquarius, now let's get into some cards about what you don't see coming towards you right now. What doesn't my Aquarius see coming towards them this week? What's going to catch them off guard? Let's see here. What's going to catch my Aquarius off guard this week? Seven of Cups, choices coming in here. Choices, choices, choices. Let's do a couple more. We have the King of Swords stepping forward. Okay. With the Justice card coming in here. Aquarius, so what you don't see coming towards you, I really feel as if, and this may be piggybacking off of what we just tapped into, Aquarius, but I do feel as if once you actually hear back from the situation, you're going to be left with, it's almost like throwing you for a loop. I feel as if you weren't quite anticipating this. So I don't feel like this is bad necessarily, but King of Air, or King of Swords, King of Air technically. King of Swords and this Justice card, this Libra card, coming in for you, Aquarius, and the Seven of Cups, it showcases to me where it's like you get what you want, right? But you weren't quite, this is a sense of where, I told Geminis this, but I was like, being careful what you ask for. But in this sense, I don't think you need to be careful, but it's like you get what you want and then some. Right? You're just like, oh, like you planted some seeds and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna just plant some strawberries, honey. I want to have some strawberries during the summer or whatever, right? And then when summer comes, you just get an overflow of strawberries and you're just like, whoa, I just wanted some strawberries to nibble on in my smoothies, honey. And you actually just got a ridiculous amount where opportunities come in where you're just like, you could have quite literally like your own strawberry business, right? Kind of just like taking it to the next level, Aquarius. So I do feel as if very strongly for my Aquariuses that have put out some type of creative project out recently, or anything just in terms of that's just not part of like the monotonous like 9 to 5. I do feel like it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's gonna take off like overnight. It's gonna be seen and really exceed your expectations. This is definitely going to exceed your expectations. If this is about a person coming in here, it feels like this person is going to exceed your expectations, but also have like a little bit of their own detail with it, their own, how would you say, it's like, because it feels like they, not necessarily like an ultimatum, Aquarius, but the sense of being like, this is where they tell you, is like, this is where my intentions are for the future, da-da-da, like, where are you at, right? So then it just puts you in this place of being like, oh, like here I just wanted to like have like a little bit of fun, honey, right? Have like a little bit of a summer fling, right? But they're coming at this and talking about marriage. They're coming at this and talking about opening business. They're coming here and being like, you know what? We can take this, but let's amplify this, right? So it shows to me where it's like all good cards. Trying to call you Gemini. I just did Gemini's reading. All good cards, Aquarius. Just overall, I feel as if what you don't see coming towards you is that you're going to get a lot more than what you ask for, but not in a bad way. So actually, let's see this. How does this situation close out for my Aquariuses? How does this close out for my Aquariuses? How does this situation work out for my beautiful Aquariuses? We have here the Lovers card, so Gemini coming forward, the Gemini card now. Queen of Cups with the, not Four of Cups, the Three of Swords in the reverse, but I'm holding the card up in the upright. So how the situation pans out, I kind of get the sense of where, again, this kind of just reinforces the message, Aquarius, of where it's just like it exceeds your expectations and you're really happy about it. Queen of Cups comes in. I always say, whenever you see this Queen of Cups, honey, this is a very good sign where it's just like, I just know that Aquarius, like, it doesn't have to be you, but like anyone that has the Queen of Cups is just like, oh, they're feeling good with themselves. They're feeling good with the connections that they have and the opportunities coming to them. They're feeling just overall very at peace, very fulfilled. And then, so when you have the Lovers card coming in here and the Three of Swords, this is just in the reverse. This is directly a message of where, quite literally, Aquarius, um, there's just like a deepening of things. It feels like you just get a lot of fulfillment coming in here if it's about a project. The Lover's card is such a complex card because a lot of people just focus in on the love. And if this reading is resonating in terms of a social aspect for you, Aquarius, then I definitely do see like you guys kind of figuring things out. Um, you know, if you sent that risky text to someone, you're just like, oh God, like, what have you? Like, I do see it's like it's really exceeding your expectations. Three of Swords coming in here in the reverse. What is this about? Nine of Wands. So I do. Before I speak too boldly, Knight of Pentacles, I do feel as if, Aquarius, if this is about a person, there's going to be this adjustment period. You know what? I don't even think I need to make this about a person. I feel like this is just what you need to be looking out for, Aquarius. Is like whatever this opportunity is, whatever this person is, there is going to be like a little bit of an adjustment period of where, kind of like fully trusting it or fully like believing it, Aquarius. Oh, honey, I just had my something just pop up on my camera. I'm sorry. It does feel like you have like this sense of just being like, is this too good to be true? Is this actually happening? And also this sense of Aquarius, I do kind of see you guys struggling a little bit, giving up some sense of control or being a little bit more vulnerable, we'll say. Hierophant coming in here. I do see you guys like having a little bit of this sense of, because you keep on having very much so long-term contractual things coming up. The Hierophant refers to that. The Lover's card refers to that. Hierophant also represents marriage, by the way, or just taking connections to the next level. But yeah, you just keep on having cards, Aquarius, where it's really referencing just like committal energy. And so I don't know if this is like spooking you out or if I'm just tapping into the other side of things, Aquarius, but I do get this sense here that there is a little bit of an adjustment period. Someone has to, it's not going to just be like this natural like flow of things where it's not going to be it's just smooth sailing. There's going to be some bumps that I feel for this situation, Aquarius. But overall, very positive. If this is about the other person, Aquarius, if it is about a person, give this time. Even if it's about a project, give this time. It's going to warm up to it. It needs, this is a build-up process. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of all the knights. So there is a build-up process to this. There's definitely some type of, someone needs to kind of get a, move on from their own internal struggles, right? Someone has to overcome some of their internal struggles or their internal biases with this. But overall, I see this as a sense of like really very positive, right? But I do get the sense that it's gonna be more so like I do feel like there's gonna be a little bit more of a waiting period. There's gonna be a little bit more of a waiting period, and when you put something out immediately, you're just not gonna get the answer to it right away. So let's see what good things are in the works for my Aquariuses though. Excuse me. Let's see what good things are in the works for my Aquariuses. Let's see here. We have here the Eight of Pentacles coming in here. So definitely elevating yourself, definitely going to the next level with whatever it is that you're doing, right? So maybe Aquariuses, you guys have, if you are already in a committed relationship, I really do, it doesn't have to be marriage, Aquarius, because I know not everyone believes in or subscribes to marriages, and marriage isn't like the official, like, all right, we're serious thing, right? Maybe for some people it's just like the commitment to another person, or just like being able to just like this sense of just removing a little bit more of of the protective layers that someone might have with a situation and practicing a little bit more vulnerability, right? Maybe something happens, Aquarius, in your connection where you're just like, oh, I can really trust this person, right? And so it's a deepening in that way. But there is this elevation with the Hierophant coming in, lovers, like there's definitely some type of elevated energy taking this to the next level. Really positive that this is for a job promotion as well. I do just get this sense of just elevation, job promotion. If you are working like a 9 to 5, Aquarius, or just an elevation in the things that you're doing if you are self-employed. 4 of Cups coming in here with the 6 of Wands. You're not going to be seeing this coming, Aquarius. I'm going to be honest here. This is giving me very much so a storyline of where you're just like, how can I just put this in layman's terms or simplicity? Let's just say that I'm an Aquarius, right? I'm not an Aquarius, obviously. Obviously, girl. I'm a Libra. I always say obviously because it's like I always make it a point to point it out in all my readings that I'm a Libra for some reason. Proud Libra. But Aquarius, in this sense here, let's just say, you know, I put out some tarot videos, right? And I really work hard on a video and I'm just like, ooh, this is gonna be the one, honey. This is just gonna get me seen by hundreds of thousands of people, honey. And then I put it out and I get like 10 views. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute now. What is going on, right? It's gonna be a build-up process where it's just like 10 views one day, not looking promising, what have you. And then I wake up one day and it just has like 10,000 views, right? Very much so in that situation. Because I really don't see you like anticipating this, right? You put out a text message, you sent out that risky text, Aquarius, you sent out that risky message where it's just like, ooh, should we take this to the next level? Or being like, oh, do you want to be friends? Whatever, right? And then there's just like that waiting period, right? And it feels almost as if for some of you guys, right before you give up, right? If this is about a person, you're just like, you know what? You finally convince yourself, you just like, this person just isn't worth waiting for. I don't want to do this anymore. You're just checked out, right? Then you get the unexpected text message, Aquarius, where you're just like, where they reach out to you, and it's actually success, right? 6 of Wands, let's just get into the actual definition of this card, right? 6 of Wands literally is the card of victory. It's the card of public spotlight. So it goes back to what I was saying with the analogy of the YouTube, right? Or whatever this is fitting for you. And this is just an overall sign of once you do actually hear back from this, like it's going to be success. Like, as I keep on saying for you, Aquarius, like all these cards, like I know you're having like this looming anxiety over it, but you quite literally like, we got so many, like almost nothing but positive cards, if not all positive cards actually. Even the 3 of Swords, which is usually like a very pain associated card, you got inverted. So it's like, girl, like a lot is really working out for you, Aquarius. It just is like really the waiting period is like I feel like gonna be the roughest part for you. Really just having that patience, and you know, I understand like waiting for the answer because you know the answer could just practically quite literally change everything else up in your life. So just be patient, Aquarius. It's definitely going to work out, though I see it as. So that is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Aquarius. Hopefully you found some cards that resonated in this weekly tarot horoscope reading. If you did find cards, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe, Aquarius. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me or a consultation, my website is linked down below, simplyvelka.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all just being Simply Velka. But Aquarius, I love you so much. Be sure before you leave, honey, to make your wish on the 1111 rose quartz stone, honey, for this week, and I will connect with you, darling, hopefully sometime in the near future. I love you so much, Aquarius. Bye.